And welcome back to another edition of Classic Doom Walkthroughs. Today we're continuing along with the Trooper's Playground. This is map 7, Three-O-Matic. This is a tough map, especially on pistol start. We did get a plasma rifle last map. There is no plasma rifle on this map. There's only a rocket launcher, but unfortunately there's an introduction of a cyber demon, and of course there's also at least 2 archviles. So that kind of stinks, but it is what it is. There's also no super shotgun, which is not so great considering there are lots of pinkies and specters and other enemies where super shotgun would be useful, like a mancubus and such. But alas, that is not the design. The game is powered by GZDoom using the Doom 2 Unity port. As always, we're playing on the ultra-violence difficulty setting in order to get 100% in all 3 of these categories. There are 156 kills to be had, 4 secrets to find, and 25 items to pick up. And I hope to be able to show you how to do all that effectively. Well, the first thing we're going to do is we hit the switch. It'll lower us into a bit of a melee large area. Our targets will be the regular, I guess they are regular, but the shotgunners, so we can take their shotgun legitimately. Our little pistol, we hope to do our shotgunner friends justice. Of course, starting off with the pistol, not being able to really do very much. We do take some unnecessary damage at the beginning, but that's just what it is. Now let's go ahead, clear out the top area, and then we'll work our way down. There are still a couple of zombie men down there. Don't get stuck in the middle of the room. There are chain gunners to the right across the way, down this hall, so you don't want to do that. You will take some damage. Oh, I do like the dissolving of the zombie man from when the pinky took a good bite out of it. Okay, so you see down the hallway here, there are at least 2 chain gunners, so we took care of them. There are 2 more here, so let's take care of them. I don't think usually you cannot reach. Yeah, actually now I do legitimately have a chain gun, so let's go ahead and grab it. We do want to take care of our shotgunners first, then we can go ahead and take care of the imps. Imp fireballs we can dodge, shotgunners blast less so. So let's go ahead. We can't get the blue key from here. We can get it by lowering that wall by pressing that switch, but this is a damaging floor, so we don't want to do that. We're going to wait until we get the rad suit, which is around this corner, stick to one side, well, maybe not like that, and dispose of the chain gunners and the shotgunners on the upper levels on each side of you. So as you can see, they're a bit testy. Press the switch on the left, collect the weapons, then head over to the right, do the same. There's a couple of rockets too. Break out your chain gun. We're going to hit the switch because a couple of Shishtaffel guys, super chain gunners, I guess they're shotgunners, I guess they're technically called here. I'm not really sure. Yes, those are revenants. They will appear when we try to get the blue key. So hit the switch to release the rad suit. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and use the outside area as a bit of a hold point. Oh, that was close. Woof. All right, Revenant, your turn. All right, let's kind of get the heck out of there. Now, with our rad suit still working, why don't we go ahead now and press that switch. As you can see, we can't get out. Grab a little ammo and sure, take the blue key. Now, normally we would go, well, we have the blue key. Let's go to the blue key area. There's Baron, a couple of archviles. I mean, it's not a place to go without the rocket launcher, so we will have to leave the blue key area for later. We're not going to do it right away because we can't do anything really with it. Now we'll head over to this side. Didn't really have to go upstairs, just wanted to show you the different areas. There are 4 imps here to dispose of. In here will be 2 Hell Knights and 2 shotgunners to start. So let's go ahead with our little regular shotgun and like the little engine that could, try to just dispose of these enemies efficiently. There's still another shotgunner in there. It's probably just poking around behind those little raised areas. See a little bald head? I do. Okay. Grab a little ammo if you need. The stim pack certainly would be good if you need it. Now I'll just show you here. When you pass this area the other way, or just pass through it, I guess, a chain gunner will appear on either end, and both of them will start cutting you to pieces. So what we're going to do, we're going to open the door first and get the heck out of here. Yeah, now at least we have a berserk pack. So when we're facing some enemies like Pinkies and Spectres, we'll at least have a Berserk Fist. But sometimes that won't be enough. We'll see. This is going to be one of those peekaboo areas, like peek and run, because we don't have to press the switch. We just have to approach the area. It's like a pressure plate. Well, I took some damage and I didn't even open the area. Okay, let's pressure plates, get the heck out of here, take some unnecessary damage. Yeah, so I mean, I wasn't exactly the fleetest of foot in that example. You should do better. Hello? There you are. There are still more. I don't know if there are anymore. Yeah, one more. Okay, so go ahead and pick up your chain gun ammo, because why not? Next thing we're going to do is we're going to press this switch. This will allow us to get in here. If the door closes without us inside, it will close again. There are 2 cages with a chain gunner in it, and there are a total of 3 shotgunners up on the elevated areas. We already got 2 of them. There's 3. And there's the second chain gunner. So now that we're inside, we can just go ahead. We can see this wall is not looking so proper, so why don't we go ahead and tag that secret. It's a computer area map. Maybe we can find a way or stumble our way around. This is another peekaboo run-in area. Basically, this room gets dark and there'll be a whole bunch of enemies running around here. Not good. Don't press the switch. The switch will release a chain gunner back into these cages. So what we're going to do is we're going to approach like the pressure-plated area and then get the heck out. Maybe switch back to the regular shotgun. There are Spectres, Shotgunners, and Imps in there. Tough area to fight. As you know, I do my best to balance off the darkness, the display levels for brightness. Makes it not too washed out or not too hard to see, so hopefully this is a good balance. It is a little tough to see in here, but it looks like it's watchable. I think you can still see what I'm doing and where everything is. So what the switch, as I mentioned, will do is we'll teleport those 2, or at least reveal the wall behind it, to let those 2 chain gunners come out and make nuisances of themselves, I guess. So just be ready for that. All right, well, that takes care of this area. We still do not have our rocket launcher, so we're going to continue along. Now armed with the yellow key. I know we have the blue key. I explained why we didn't do that right away. Let's go take our little teleporter. And now we're able to go across this area. We are ready to dispose of the imps. Keep your chain gun out because there are 2 shotgunners rather, and an imp down there. I don't use free look, so it's kind of like leap and shoot, you know? That's how I do it because I just don't like using free look. So when you're going down the stairs, you can't see really anything. Chain gun again because we have a couple of revenants here. Whoops. Yeah, that was terrible. Okay. How the heck do I get rid of this guy? Okay, I think I did it. Perfect. So, armed now with our regular shotgun. We have some pinkies and some imps in the hallway. We're going to dispose of them. I'm just going to grab a little bit of health in a second here because I think I did take a rocket to the face. Not planned, of course. Yes, that wall doesn't look right. We're going to grab it in a second. We're just going to take care of these 3 imps, the one that came in from inside that room, and these 2 imps, because we're going to teleport in there, and we don't want to teleport in this tiny area with 2 imps sitting there. Get scratched. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab that invisibility. 2 revenants inside. I don't go any further than this. There's also a shotgunner in there, which does make it a little bit more complicated. I use the regular shotgun on the first revenant. Second revenant being a little too far for the regular shotgun. I use a little tappa-tappa action for the second revenant. Although I don't want the door to close behind me, ideally. Okay. Take out your regular shotgun again. Here is the shotgunner lurking, waiting for you. Grab a little bit of ammo, and let's make our way to the teleporter. Yeah, this is where those imps were. We have a plasma pack here for some reason. There is no plasma rifle. So now we've done this section, we can head out, continue down the hall, and we will peekaboo shoot the Mancubus with our little shotgun. Not sure if the Mancubus sees us. He may see us partially. It doesn't matter, because by the time he waddles over here, we'll have completely shot him to death. Okay, that switch, as you guessed it, yes, it does raise up the stairs. So now we are done with all areas except for the center area and the blue room, which we're leaving for last. There are 4 arachnotrons down here, so this is a peekaboo shoot area. I do not go inside. There's really no reason to be cut down by 4 arachnotrons at once, unless you like that sort of thing. I do think they're well positioned, and you take a lot of shots to take care of the arachnotrons in this little opening. More than it normally would at this distance. So I just think they're like a little bit lower, maybe. They're well positioned, and it's harder to dispose of them. But we persist. Okay, let's see if there is any more ammo we can kind of grab around here. I don't think so. I think, oh, here's a pack. Perfect. So why don't we go ahead now? This is where our prize is, really. This is the best weapon we're going to get, which is the rocket launcher. So let's go ahead, head down. There are a bunch of imps. Don't panic, just kind of like circle yourself away around them, and you can get rid of them like that. 1, 2, 3. Now, take out your chain gun. We're going to go to the right. There is a zombie man and a couple of shotgunners. Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. Pick up the ammo. These lovely armor bonuses, they do count towards your 100%. And our next secret, it's hard to tell, but that wall is a little bit different than the rest. Go ahead and press it. Delicious health bonuses. Let's go ahead and grab those. Head into the next door. 2 chain gunners. Oh, wait. Just don't get caught in their crossfire. I think we got both, yes. And now what I like to do is, we have a Berserk Fist, as you recall. So why don't we go ahead and Berserk Fist ourselves over here. And we don't let anybody out. We just keep swinging like Muhammad Ali, and we fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I think that saves a lot of ammo. It's just a lot easier. And of course, they get out here, they can corner you here before the door can open. So I just like to take care of them that way. Same deal here with these specters. Let them come, or do we go over there? Oh, well, that was pretty good. One Punch Man. Okay. Come on. Very good. Now, I think we've taken care of... Nope, there's one more. Hey, that's a pretty good Berserk Fist, I think. All right, so what... It's hard to tell, but yes, as we approach, there is a pillar here. Lowering from there will be a Mancubus. That's just the lights, by the way. So pressing that switch will lower the Mancubus. We will cheap shot the Mancubus as best we can. I did not dodge properly there. That was fairly terrible. Yuck. All right, well, I think I'm going to need to go back. I think there was some health in that other area, just simply because I don't know what the heck happened there with me and the Mancubus, but he definitely got the jump on me. I will definitely hang my head in some shame. All right, now we've completed all the areas really except for the blue door, and of course then the Cyber Demon area. That's only if we're successful with the blue door. So why don't we go ahead, maybe just power up a little. And now we're going to go ahead with our chain gun. We're going to race into the room because it teleports enemies and we can telefrag. And it's more likely to ensure all the enemies teleport. And sometimes if you kind of dilly-dally at the door, I find that the Baron often doesn't teleport. And there are also 2 Archviles in here. So let's go ahead. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Do we want them to infight? You bet. I'm not going to waste the rockets on the Baron. He's decided to come out and play by himself. This will take a while with the regular shotgun, but we want to reserve our rockets, frankly, for the Archviles, and of course, ultimately, the Cyber Demon. Thank you, Baron, for your cooperation. Ooh. Oh, Revenant. Chain gunner there. Maybe we take out the chain gun. Perfect. Looks like the Arachnotron's been disposed of. Now there are 2 Archviles ready to come out. Thing is, though, if you go too far down the hall, there are shotgunners down there that will shoot you. So why don't we go ahead, dispose of them, break out our... Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, well, timing wasn't great. 18%, that is pretty awful. I'm just going to be perfectly blunt. But we're going to have to go get some health. That usually works out a little better. But this time, it didn't. So What do you want me to say? At least we're still alive. I guess that's better than nothing, right? Those teleporters don't take you anywhere, by the way. That's strictly for the others. So, I don't know if there's any more health. There might be a couple of stim packs down here, at least one. Apologize for really getting beat up. Here, I guess we can take a little bit of health from there. Okay, now that we're patched up, all the enemies have teleported in, which is sometimes a nuisance when they don't. We have some imps, a pinky, and some shotgunners in this room. Take care of the pinky first, and then if you can, take care of the shotgunners. There we go, and now the imps to the left in the cage. You can go ahead and peekaboo shoot them, or you can go in the room and come dance around. It's up to you. Health pack if you need it. A little bit more ammo. First, we have some specters, and beyond the specters are some revenants. Maybe a little chain gun for the revenant. Let the algorithm do its business. Short bursts, short staccato style, and that's all you need. The only other enemy in this area will be a mancubus. Come on, Revenant. And we can just keep the door open to deal with the mancubus. So there's a nice little secret in here. Yeah, let's get that. And then we'll head in here. There's a mancubus in there. We'll deal with that last. There are a couple of shotgunners in here, as well as 4 cacodemons. They are inside. 2 often just get stuck on the left, and the ones on the right are able to more easily pop out. I like to use this as a whole point and dash back and forth. It really stops them often from being able to come down the hall, because they shift to this side as well. There's room in the room on that side of things. If I keep dodging behind the opening this way, you see? Just keeps the area a bit under control. Lots of ammo here, that's fine. And as you can see on the left, that first Caco usually doesn't come out at all. He's kind of stuck in there. It's like the two oranges squeezing that little area together. The second one, though, does get his footing. Or its footing? I'm not really sure what a Caco is. The tomato footing? Do tomatoes have feet? I don't think so. Now, break out your Berserk Fist, because there's going to be a lot, and I mean a lot, of pinkies and specters, and we don't want them coming beyond this hallway, this narrow choke point. Use this as your whole point. Let them come to you. Otherwise, you will be easily surrounded and bit quite a bit, taking a lot of damage, or to death, depending on your health. Right now, we're at 200% with that supercharge, which is certainly very awesome. And I think, unless one ran out the door, I don't believe it did. Yeah, we're good. So what's left is that room where the revenants were. There's still a mancubus in there and a switch. We're going to need to get that switch to get access to teleporter. So why don't we go ahead, let that door stay open for a second, press the switch, and then from a safe position, let's take care of the mancubus with our little regular shotgun. And that's it. There's really nothing else in here, frankly. It was just the switch. So why don't we go ahead, pass by the Archvile Karkai, make our way out. And this is really where it's going to be the last area we have to now face. The Cyber Demon with a rocket launcher, which I know that stinks, doesn't it? I mean, they give us a decent amount of rockets, to be sure, but this is a narrow area. I'm not a huge fan of this, but, well, too bad. You have to be a huge fan in the sense of you have to just approach. Don't want to get too close to any walls. Obviously, the splash issues. You also don't want to get caught. You also don't want to get directly hit. That would be terrible. Alright. I like to use this little edge as my peekaboo area. Where are you, Cyber Demon? That's my strategy. Hopefully, I have enough rockets to do enough damage. Because going after the Cyber Demon with a regular shotgun, I gotta tell you, stinks. All right. Well, that was better than, better than not being successful, I guess. I didn't take a ton of damage there, which I do appreciate. Thank you, Cyberdemon, for cooperating. I use this balcony as kind of like my reverse hold points. Lots of health here if you need it. So why don't we go ahead now. There basically are some chain gunners, shotgunners, cacos, and a pain elemental. So we're first going to try to take care of the gunners before they cause too much trouble. Guess we can use the regular shotgun for the imps, but be mindful. There are two chain gunners. Yeah, they can come around the corner. All right, let's break out our chain gun, I think. Ouch! Took a little damage there. Not a fan. Hoping the chain gunner behind me isn't coming. All right, well, that wasn't too bad, I suppose. Okay, so now we have some cacos, and we have, do we have any rockets left? I guess we got a couple. Will they reach? I'm not convinced that they will. Oh, there we go. All right. Get out of that way. All right. A little bit of chain gun action. Okay. So that's pretty well that. So now with the remaining chain gun ammo, which is not a ton, there is a pain elemental. So we're going to try to just blast the pain elemental without any lost souls coming out. Easier said than done. Don't know if there are any lost souls out there. Nope, by the sounds of it, I was successful. Okay, so why don't we just go ahead, maybe collect any weapons or health. I guess we don't really need any health. But that should be it. And now we'll do our final count. Yes, all 158 kills, all 4 secrets, and all 25 items. You know what that means. Indeed, we are done. Map 7, Three-O-Matic. Good lord, that's a challenging map, especially with the weapons that you're provided there. If you're not doing this map as a continued playthrough of the Troopers Playground, if you're doing it as a pistol start, I think the order of the rooms and the areas, the arenas, I guess, that I did it, will give you the best chance. You get your Berserk pack fairly early. You will get the rocket launcher. You'll reserve the rockets for the Cyberdemon and the 2 Archviles. That's at least my approach. And you'll use the chain gun and the regular shotgun where needed. The Berserk Fist, as I said, when you picked it up early in the order of the rooms that I did it, you'll take care of all those pinkies and all those specters. There's an inordinate amount of them. But with the Berserk Fist, you really save the ammo because the map is not overly generous with the ammo unless you pick up the ammo from the felled enemies. Anyway, I hope you did enjoy the map. It's a tough one, but fun. And if you got some good tips and tricks, just kind of enjoyed my approach or maybe just enjoyed the walkthrough, yeah, hit that subscribe button. You won't miss any further videos that I upload. For now, that's it for Classic Doom Walkthroughs. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.